How's it going, everyone? Got quite a lot of updates to go over in this video. Stellar Blade is teasing a brand new announcement for next week, and given that there are rumblings of a state of play happening next week, timing-wise, it makes a lot of sense. They did put out a teaser image, and I want to give you guys some speculation on what that could be. We have some updates on Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, an updated release of Dragon Quest VII. Excited for that, as that'll be scheduled to release in 2026. And Recreation, a brand new open-world arcade racer, will be coming to PlayStation 5 in October. We've got the date on that and some details on that as well at the end of this video. But first of all, Stellar Blade Shift Up is obviously teasing some sort of a new announcement regarding the game in 1 week, is what the tweet said, just posted about an hour ago, and very much the attached image is looking like something out of a horror game. The speculation has it some sort of crossover with Resident Evil or potentially Silent Hill. Given that Silent Hill F is coming out next week, man, what a great way to do a crossover than having some sort of Silent Hill themed content rolling out for the game. And who knows what it's gonna be. It could be new DLC, cosmetic DLC, it could be something unrelated to that, but it is related to Stellar Blade, given that this was posted on the Stellar Blade Twitter, and the caption does note Stellar Blade 2025 Shift Up Corporation. So let me know your guys' speculation on this, but I think the time is right to get more consistent Stellar Blade crossover content and content in general. Look, there's going to be an audience that gravitates towards this content and buys it. In the game of making money, it is going to be very effective, given that you also have the PC release now, so you're working with a larger pool of people that are going to buy this DLC, and there's just an opportunity to not only promote upcoming games. Like, let's say it's a Silent Hill crossover, you're promoting the release of Silent Hill, you're monetizing some content that is relatively cheap to make, and you're getting more interest in the game. You could then re-release a super complete edition. Like, you guys know how the game development world works these days, and I think Shift Up, unlike a lot of other studios, have done a phenomenal job of keeping their game in the news cycle. For a new studio, at least new over here in the West, for AAA games, new IP, keeping that game in the news cycle for, at this point, a year and a half since the game initially dropped is insanity. We usually don't see stuff like this, but Shift Up has managed to do that. Now, personally speaking, while I thought the Nier content was cool, while I thought the Nikkei crossover content was cool, I am fiending for a lengthier expansion, a more sizable expansion, but I don't believe we'll be getting that. I believe they initially had the intention to do something like that, but with the success of the game, they decided to just move forward into doing the sequel title, which is great. Hopefully we'll get that in 2027 or somewhere around then, but as far as for now, I feel like you could do a little bit more. I'm not saying an 8-hour expansion or even a 6-hour expansion, but maybe a new zone, a new area to go thematically with whatever the crossover content is. Again, I'm not asking for a lengthy piece of content, but even like a 20-minute section, a 30-minute section to go in line with the DLC that has some cosmetics. Like, I feel like if you did cosmetics with a 20 to 30 minute zone, level, whatever you want to call it, that has no narrative focus, it's just some new content maybe thematically designed to go in line with the game, I think people would be happy to drop $9.99, $11.99, something like that on that when you have some sort of gameplay tied to it, and on top of that, the cosmetics as well. That's how I would handle it. Again, the 6-hour expansion or whatever that some people want, that's probably off the table, but something a little bit more sizable than just cosmetics. And again, the Nikkei stuff, the Nier stuff, cool. Definitely cool, but I think you could do a little bit more that'll excite people to check it out even more. And just be transparent. If it is a 20 to 30 minute section, if it, let's just say hypothetically they did that, just be open about it and don't leave people to be disappointed being like, yo, it's only a 20-minute section. Be transparent with it, and I think that level of transparency goes a long way with the Shift Up and a Stellar Blade, because they've built so much of that goodwill. But I'm just like fantasy doing how I would do it. I just think that would get a lot of people excited. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And the Nikkei DLC, I did think had a little bit of that going on for it, but I think there's just a little bit more you could do out of this DLC, out of these DLCs that they released that would incentivize more people to check it out. That's just my 2 cents, and again, maybe it's much ado about nothing, and we'll see. If it's a Silent Hill or Resident Evil crossover, I think that would be super exciting. It just feels very horror-esque from a thematic standpoint based on the image that they posted, but let me know what you guys would like to see out of that. Alright, moving on from that, we do have updates on Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. We've got new story details and gameplay details and updates. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is set to launch globally February 5th, 2026. The game is a remake of Dragon Quest VII Fragments of the Forgotten Past, which originally released in 2000 on the PlayStation platform, now reimagined with a handcrafted aesthetic. A journey sparked by simple curiosity leads a group of childhood friends living on a secluded island into an epic adventure that spans the past and the present, where they uncover malevolent forces and the nature of their world. In addition to the base game, 3 pieces of downloadable content featuring an enhanced experience will be available, as well as a collector's edition on top of that. Now, they are streamlining the story, which has been a big talking point, and generally speaking, for people that played the original, that is a good thing, but the visuals are seeing some refinement as well. The character designs, originally created by world-renowned manga artist Akira Toriyama, have been reimagined in a charming, handcrafted 3D art style reminiscent of miniature figurines. Alongside the characters, the environments and dungeons are brought to life with a handcrafted diorama-style aesthetic that vividly illustrates the world of the Dragon Quest series. Story and features what begins as youthful curiosity soon unfolds into an epic adventure to save the world. You've got some story details that dropped as well, and one of the big criticisms of Dragon Quest VII was that the story had a lot of padding and the pacing wasn't all too great. It seems like they've adjusted the pacing and the structuring of the story, and from what I hear from the hardcore fans of DQ7, it seems like that's something people are actually really excited about, where the game might actually be more focused and the narrative might flow a little bit better. So we'll see how that turns out, but that'll be out on February the 5th. Lastly, I do want to note open world arcade racer Recreation will be launching on October the 28th for $39.99, coming from 3 Fields Entertainment and publisher THQ Nordic. Recreation is the home of your very own mixed world. A 400 square kilometers big racing realm is yours to create, shape, and wreck. Developed by 3 Fields Entertainment, a team consisting of Burnout and Need for Speed series creators, Recreation was designed to be the ultimate open world sandbox experience for driving and racing fans alike. A complete world of your own design or designed together with your friends online. In Recreation, you can continually strive to outrace, outstunt, or even outcrash yourself and the rest of the world on courses and tracks designed by you and your friends. Set records on 7 different ways on every road you drive: drift, air, near miss, stunt, crash, and more. Traditional time, vacant lots, empty areas that you'll discover throughout your kingdom, an opportunity to build structures that inform game design and experience beyond the structure's footprint, a huge game world, and you've got a lot of customization options there as well. Recreation is scheduled for a release on October 28th, and that is going to do it for me. Again, mainly wanted to go over the speculation on the new Stellar Blade content, or the new Stellar Blade related announcement that'll be coming next week. State of Play rumored for next week. That's when they've been doing a lot of the big Stellar Blade announcements, so I wouldn't be surprised if that comes to fruition sometime next week. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, new details on that are emerging as far as the updates and refinements made to that game. And Recreation, a brand new open world arcade racer, will be dropping on October 28th. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.